Hello friends, I'm here today to share with you another day of Bookmas. Today is going to be the books that I have DNF'd in this past year. I'm a pretty liberal DNF'er. I will DNF a book quite easily if I'm not vibing with it. So there are 15 on this list. And yeah, this is how I keep track of it. It's just in my book journal. I put the title, the author. Some of them I tried to put like at what point I DNF'd it, and then just a little bit of a reason why. So we're going to go ahead and go through those pretty quickly. I don't really write a lot about why I DNF it on there, because usually if I have a lot of feelings, I will just hate read it to the end so I can vent about it in a wrap up. Happened a couple of times this year. First is Temptation in a Kilt by Victoria Robert. I DNF'd this at 30%. The reasoning that I gave is that I just couldn't get into the pacing of the writing. Next was Whiskey Neat by Lainey Lynn Vale. I DNF'd this at 41%, and I wrote that the love interest was a massive jerk. Next was Breakthrough by Sarah Stevens, and I wrote that I didn't mesh with the writing. And I don't think I made it very far into this. I think probably just a few pages, and I couldn't take it. Next was Her Big City Neighbor by Jackie Lau. I DNF'd this at 40%. The main guy kept talking about how childish the main character was and like how she acted. But then he would like in the next sentence talk about how attracted he was to her. And I thought that was kind of creepy. Next was Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. I DNF'd this at 21%. I didn't really like either of the main characters, and I think it was the girl had a boyfriend and I felt like she was going to cheat on him. So after that was Hidden by Rebecca Zanetti. I DNF'd this at 33%. I did not care about this couple, and I did not care about the suspense. Next was The Dragon's Bride by Katie Robert. I DNF'd this at 52%. I don't think breeding kink is something that I enjoy reading. So I DNF'd The Pool Boy by Nikki Sloan at page 105. I didn't like the way the main character spoke about her own body, and it was happening quite frequently, and so I just didn't want to listen to that anymore. Oh my gosh, y'all. So I DNF'd Lighthouse Way by Kirsten Proby. Page 56, 5-6. And they had already, like the main couple had already kissed and talked about how they were meant to be together. And I was like, I like Kristen Proby for some insta love, but that might be a bit much. I DNF'd More of You by A.L. Jackson. I just didn't mess with this writing. I don't know if I should try a different A.L. Jackson or if that's kind of par for the course, but I DNF'd A Bollywood Affair by Sonali Dev at 32%. I was a little bored with the whole setup of that one, and then the love interest lied about why he was in the area meeting the main character, and I just didn't think that was necessary. I don't remember why, and I did not write down, but I DNF'd The Swedish Prince and The Royal Rogue, both by Karina Halley. Also, Baseball and Broadway by C.L. King and Katrina Marie. I really wanted to love this one because I love both of those two things, but the writing felt very childish. And there were some things about the baseball that I didn't think that they were realistic enough for me to enjoy a book about them. And finally, the last book that I'm going to talk about today is The Gamble by Kristen Ashley. I gave up on this one at the 40% mark. The love interest was a jerk. It was kind of the main character had rented this cabin and she showed up and it was his cabin and he was home and he wasn't gone like he should have been for them to rent it out. But like he wouldn't let her leave. He like kept taking her keys. I don't know. It felt very like hostagey, but not in a like I expected this to be a captive way. So yeah. And this book was so long. The audiobook was like 25 hours. So those are the books that I DNF'd this year. Yeah, I don't want you guys to try to convince me I should read these again. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.